Good day, gamers. Purple Mentat here, bringing you episode 27 of my Terraria 1.3 Expert Blind Play. Last time, we finally killed Plantera, and it has been a long time coming. Plus, we made some cool new stuff. Now, I've gone ahead and farmed Plantera a number of times since then. Well, I say a number, I mean 3 or 4. And in fact, I keep checking down there to see if another bulb has spawned, and also taking a look in the parts of the jungle that I've been through to see if I can spot one, because, well, I don't really need to worry about Plantera anymore. I can literally stand in place and kill it. Anyway, one of the cool things about exploring the jungle for Plantera bulbs, I did happen upon the temple. Look at that. This is the lizard temple, and there are a lot of nasty traps and such, even right outside. I even managed to grab a couple and bring some home with me. We will be exploring that fully. I have not gone past the temple door. We'll be exploring that fully and looting it as best we can another time. Today, though, I want to get to the dungeon. Other cool things. Finished off the turtle armor. All I needed was a little bit more chlorophyte, so I went and got that. The set bonus is a 100% thorns buff. Any damage I take, the attacker also takes. And I have 18 more bars and a little bit of ore hanging around. Plus my chlorophyte ore farm down here is slowly restocking itself. So we'll have plenty of chlorophyte available to us when we want to make Spectre bars. Assuming we can find out where that ectoplasm comes from and if I need a special device to make it. Now, the turtle armor does have a cool special effect to it that I should have taken this off to show you. I get a turtley shell on me if I'm wearing all 3 pieces, but only when I'm wearing all 3 pieces. See? It's just a little thing, but it's a neat little cosmetic effect. They've really gone all out with the cosmetics in this game to make them kind of awesome. Now, the spore sack has been super useful for just wandering around. It's great. It's also made a fantastic AFK farm. And that reminds me, last time I showed you guys that I had a small fortune in platinum, but I never really went over how I've been gathering that. Well, you'll see that way over here at the ocean, I have set myself up a tiny little jungle platform. Now let's go, I'm going to meet you out there and show you what I was doing for farming my money. Be right there soon. Alright, here we are out at my, ooh. Oh yeah, that's right, I have the shell making me a merfolk. Silly me. I was wondering why I could suddenly swim. Here we are out at the ocean jungle farm that I have going on, and the reason I have an ocean jungle farm is I noticed that even when I was on the shore, if I was standing in a pool of water, everything was aggroing me. I first learned this when I was underground near the jungle, that the fish would attempt to kill me. Now, what I used to do is stand here with my summoner set on and have the twins underneath killing things for me. But now, I don't even need that because I have this spore sack from killing Plantera. So yeah, everything comes up here and tries to kill me, it can't get to me, it dies, and most of the loot drops close enough for me to pick it up without even being here. And more importantly, the gold does. Now, I haven't seen the most important drop out of this yet, but I have a bunch of them back home, and let me show you why it's so important that I came out here specifically. Well, one, those Yalit's yo-yos, they sell for 9 to 10 gold a piece, so you can build up a lot of cash quick that way. But every single enemy, it seems, that you kill in the ocean has a pretty good chance of dropping a pirate map or a treasure map or something like that. It's the item that summons in the pirate invasion. And if you haven't noticed, the pirate invasion gives you lots and lots of money. So what I would do is I would set myself here, AFK, to let things farm up, and go make a sandwich, get myself lunch, do some phone calls, work around the house, whatever needed to be done. Just leave the game up with things dying. And then I'd come back and I'd usually have at least one pirate map. There you go. Then it was just a case of back home where I've got a number of pirate maps stacked up, and bam, bring in the pirates and get lots of money from them. It's been pretty great. And it's only been getting better as I've been getting better and better gear and more cool things to use in pursuit of killing things and pirates. Now, other neat things that I got from Plantera. Grenade launcher with some rockets to go in it. So yeah, we have explosive ranged attacks apparently. And I believe I remember reading one of the Shroomite sets specializes in that. So if you want to be a rocket ranger, you have that opportunity. The Hasty Venus Magnum, so you've got a nice Magnum handgun to use instead. The Flower Pow, which is a flail type weapon. And you can drag it around with you after it's been dropped. So, standard flail type, hits very hard, 76 melee damage base. And, coolest of all in my opinion, the Pygmy Staff, which I've already forged to Ruthless. New summon ability, which see how fast the pirates die now? A lot of them aren't even getting in here. It summons up a little pygmy that'll throw spears at things. I don't know if they cause poison or anything, but they seem to be a much more efficient attacker than the twins, because instead of being two minions that attack moderately slowly and do a decent amount of damage, but not a lot, they attack pretty quickly and hit harder than the twins per hit, meaning more of it goes through defense. Because defense is not a percentage thing, it is a linear thing, the harder you can hit, the more armor you can basically ignore. And the pygmies are pretty good at getting through, which is great. Now, in a little bit, once this invasion's over, I'm gonna head down to talk to the witch doctor who's down in the jungle, because now that I have the pygmy staff, he's opened up a whole bunch of new vendor options I found, and I want to go over those with you guys because they're just neat, and I like having new things. Also, super important, the last pirate invasion I was in before this one dropped the lucky coin. I imagine that this is going to allow me to set up an even newer and cooler money farm than I currently have, because the lucky coin causes things to sometimes drop extra gold. That plus the gold ring seems like they're going to combine into me getting lots and lots of cash. I'm going to have to give it a shot sometime and see what I can come up with, but what I'm imagining at the moment is because this is a hitting enemies will sometimes drop extra coins, like an on-hit effect. I imagine if I go back over to that Jungle Ocean farm and I use my slime staff, which should only be doing 1 damage a hit right now, that thing's going to trigger a lot. So I want to see what it can do in terms of generating just massive amounts of pure cash for me. Alright, this pirate invasion's almost done. Once it's cleared out, I will meet you downstairs and we'll have a chat with the witch doctor and see what he can do for us in terms of a summoning set. After that, we're going to be taking our melee and our summoning sets over to the dungeon to see what they can do there against the hard mode dungeon enemies, as well as find that jungle key chest so that I can open it up. Now, when I went through the jungle on normal mode, I was smart enough to mark down the location of all of those wacky chests by putting a ton of torches around there. That's the locked frozen chest. There were more. Oh, but over here? No? Oh, here's some. Here's the locked crimson. There's the locked jungle chest. So we're going to be aiming to get there and see what the jungle chest has to offer for us, as well as just generally checking out what those screams from the dungeon were. There we go. Pirates defeated. No problem, right? No exceptional drops, but, you know, the standard, so it's not like the standard drops are a bad thing when you're dealing with the pirates. Die, 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 die. So, the other cool thing about the lucky coin and the gold ring is that they are materials. They can be combined. I guess I'll put you there. Oh, I took out my boots to make it happen. Yeah. I'm not sold on keeping the boots active because while it's nice having the extra movement speed when I want it, the hoverboard moves faster than the boots do. It's just slightly less convenient to use because you have to either aim it just right or have enough vertical clearance. So, I don't know. Maybe it'll get used, maybe it won't. Anyway, the cool part, up at the Tinker's table, we can combine our our gold ring and our lucky coin into the coin ring that has the effects of both. And then we can combine that with the discount card into the greedy ring, which has the effects of all 3. Awesome, huh? And this is not a material, but this is the ultimate pirate accessory, and will have a permanent space in our inventory. We will use it anytime that we are farming for cash, or that we are buying things from NPCs, which is going to happen relatively soon here, isn't it? So, I will meet you down at the Witch Doctor in just a moment. Alright, here we are down at the Witch Doctor, and you'll notice that he has a greatly expanded inventory. He has for us Tiki Armor, the mask. Oh, you know what? I should be wearing my greedy ring for this because I will get my 20% discount. So the mask, the shirt, let's see, 40 gold now instead of the, what was it before, 50? Yeah. It's not a ton of savings, but it'll save me a bit. So there's my Tiki mask, my Tiki shirt, and my Tiki pants. Finally a replacement for the spider armor. And the really cool thing, the very first accessories that increase my minions. Max number and damage and knockback. Awesome, huh? And it looks like this one's a material. This one, I mean, it's just a flat out max minion number boost. And who can be unhappy about that? Probably make that warding, honestly, so that I can keep going with the whole don't die while I have my minions out there thing. He's also selling leaf wings, which I'm going to buy for the sheer sake of completeness, even though I'm not going to use them. However, they do look kind of cool. And if you really want to, you can, because the hoverboard is technically wings, you can absolutely put a pair of wings in the social slot and have them work exactly like the hoverboard, including that hover and fly fast mechanic. I, however, like the look of the hoverboard. I think it's cool, so I'm going to keep using it. All right, so this should give me a total of one... well, actually, let's find out. Let's recall. Oh, whoops, I accidentally set my bed. That should unset it. There we go. Head up here where it's nice and safe. And now we can put on the Tiki armor. Bump, bump, bump. As you can see, the helmet gives me a max minion and a 10% minion damage increase. The set bonus is a max minion. The shirt and the pants all have the same, so there's 30% damage, 1, 2, 3, 4 max minions. And then if I throw on the pygmy necklace and the Hercules beetle, where would you go? You would probably go in place of the... I don't even know. I've got too many accessories at this point. Simple as that. Wow. That is... For one, the Tiki armor just looks kind of cool. For two, I've got a entire set of effectively the same looking stuff now, especially if I pull up my Tiki pet there. And for three, well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pygmies that I can have without buffs. So that's a potential of 8 if I have my bewitching table and my summoner's potion active. I feel like I could get some work done with these guys, you know? So yeah, we're going to be taking our melee set and our summoning set off to the dungeon. I'll meet you guys over there, figure out how exactly I want to set up my accessories. Not utility. You go in mobility accessories, where I have a growing collection. That's combat. Where I have a growing collection of wings that are maybe potential cosmetic items one day, because everything I currently own seems better. Okay, so I'll meet you folks at the dungeon and hopefully have my accessory situation figured out by then. See you there. Alright, here's me and my pygmy army entering the hard mode jungle for the first time. I mean, not jungle, hard mode dungeon for the first time. And if I remember correctly, the chest I want is going to be along the top after I get down to the area. Oh, actually, no. That's right, it's somewhat complicated. I think I dug through, so I can easily get to it, but we'll certainly see as we get deeper. Bump. Alright. Scary in here. I don't have the boots equipped. I decided that damage output, defense, and hoverboard would be sufficient. Last time I came through here, it was on boots and the chain alone. Oh, look at you. Blue armored bones. Well, that was effective. Yeah, these guys seem like they do the job, don't they? I've got my sword to assist. There's the, what is that, the sky chest? Hallowed chest? Hollowed chest. I think that the keys are just random drops in various biomes. So I could likely go set up, like, sit in my hallowed farm where the fishing is and just wait for the chests to pour in. Honestly, I wonder why I haven't done that yet. Or the keys to pour in. Might do that a little bit later. Let's go see what's in the jungle chest and see just how dangerous this place is before we do anything of that nature. So far, I'm not too impressed, but here's some hell armored bones. Ooh. And look at that, a paladin. 10,000 of the hit points. Oh, and he shoots hammers at me. You, stay back, go away. Pygmies, pygmies, kill him. Oh, wow, they're actually doing a pretty good job, actually. Wow. You had hit points, they're gone now. That was great. 15 gold. I could get used to that. That was pretty good. More blue armored bones. Okay. What have we further in? More bad guys. I want... Ooh. Bone Lee? Oh, that's cute. That's adorable. Fortunately, the Tikis are not super good at running down to the next platform and fighting things down there for me, but that's alright. We will be doing a little bit better once we're through that windy passage. There we are. I hope. They are definitely having some issues. As always, can't wait to get better minions that just, with better AI, things that work a little bit more consistently. I'm surprised at the relative lack of awfulness happening to me so far. I remember the first run through the dungeon being much more enemy-filled than this. Oh, here we go. Here's some bad guys. Mostly rusty, mostly armored bones of one color or another. Now we're getting towards where we need to head towards the... What are you? Giant cursed skull. Well, you're not friendly at all. Still, no drops yet. Interesting. That hit kind of hard. Yeah, I have no way to cut through right here. Well, let's fix that. Got my shroomite digging claw here. I should see if I can reforge this to be even more redonkulous. Because, you know, it's not fast enough yet. Nimble... Oh, robbing the grave. Obtain a rare treasure from a difficult monster in the jungle. That was a tactical shotgun I got? Neat. I assume that came from, one of the new hard mode enemies. Oh, look, there's a tactical skeleton. What? Ectoplasm? Okay. I like ectoplasm. What was that noise, though, and why did that one drop ectoplasm when nothing else has? Well, I guess we'll find out. Slowly but surely, sooner or later, we hope. We hope, we hope. I love this Terra Blade. It's useful even in... It's, like, more useful for me as a minion user than the Ichor stream was, the Golden Shower. Ooh, SWAT helmet. Ah, just vanity. Still, kind of neat. Oh, what are you? But you were the thing that dropped the ectoplasm. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm getting ectoplasm, which I'm going to need to... Oh, hello. Magi type, a necromancer who fires horrible arcing bolts of badness. And teleports a lot. Well, that's a dead it's a couple of dead... Wow, alright, so those... Whatever they are, the spirits that pop out of things when they die, those are what are giving... Yeah, dungeon spirits, that's what they're called, too. They're the things that drop the ectoplasm. Awesome. So I'll be able to start making Spectre Gear and Spectre Armor. Whatever that does for me. That's cool. We're definitely going to spend some time farming in here. I got the Kraken! It places... No. Oh! Oh, that's cute! It's a new yo-yo. That's awesome. Oh, look at that. Mythical Shadow Beam Staff? Creates a Shadow Beam that found... Oh! Sorry, I got distracted. That's amazing! I love the spells in this game. Piggy, right. Oh, that's so much fun. I wonder if it can hit a single target multiple times if it bounces right. There we go. Achievement complete. Big booty. Unlock one of the dungeon's large, mysterious chests with a special key. Alright, so this doesn't seem all too hazardous for me. Let's see what we got. A couple of gold, some healing potions, meh. Damaged piranha gun. It is a ranged damage. It literally fires piranhas. Okay, hang on. This is like something out of Despicable Me. Really, who let Vector design guns in this game? Yes, the piranhas latch on and can do Intrepid Tabby. Allows the ability to dash, double tap a direction. That's neat. So yeah, we need to farm up the rest of the keys, and I need to get a bunch more of these ectoplasms. I think I might build myself a little bit of an AFK farm down here and spend some time gathering up ectoplasm. I don't know how much I'm going to want to get. I know, if I remember right, it was 1 ectoplasm to 2 bars. So I'm probably going to want 50 or 100 of the stuff. And it doesn't seem to come super fast, but it's not super slow either. I mean, I'm already a 20% to 10 to 20% of the way there, depending on how much I end up going with. And I feel like these other rare spawns, like the paladin and such, I'm going to want to farm them for cool drops, aren't I? Holy crap, he hurts! Don't let the paladin touch you. Head was removed by the paladin. That sucks. That's okay. Oh, you know what? And I didn't find out here. I'm going all the way back to spawn, aren't I? I think I am. Yeah, I am. That's alright. That was a fun run. The tikis, they're neat, but once again, I'm left with the impression that summons, while cool, their main purpose seems to be AFK farming. Like, I shouldn't have been getting hit nearly that hard, and if I hadn't been using my very weak summoning armor, I wouldn't have either. I could have absolutely been using my melee armor and been a lot safer. Okay, so, can I make Spectre? No, okay. Let's go talk to the guide and find out exactly how I make use of these ectoplasms. Come on, Jack. Need an adamantite forge, 2 chlorophyte bars, and an ectoplasm makes 2 spectre bars. This will also give me the ability to make the pumpkin moon and the frost moon summons, but something tells me that since I need to use ectoplasm that comes from the hard mode dungeon, as well as souls or hallowed bars, I get the feeling these are going to be very, very hard, so I'm going to gear up as much as I can out of the jungle temple and the dungeon before I do that. So here's my adamantite forge. I must have just not been quite close enough to it yet. To make, oh, there we go, spectre bars. Make a couple of them, and let's take that back to the guide and see what we can do with it. Where's my pygmy staff? Alright, guide. What does Spectre bars become? Well, first off, we've got the Spectre Armor. Oh, this is my magic armor! Awesome! Having an upgrade to the chlorophyte's very nice. Let's see. Spectre Mask, increase maximum mana by 60. Spectre Hood, 40% decreased magic damage. Why would I ever want to use that? There's got to be a good reason. I'll have to make both. Alright, so that's going to be 12, 24, 48... and 18 is 60 bars. Oh wow, these have a huge range on them. I think I want to make the Spectre tools as well. At least the pickaxe. Maybe the hand... oh yeah, and the hand axe. So there's another 36. So that's 96. Oh neat, and there's paint tools as well you can make with them. That's neat. Spectre wings, those look nice. But again, I think I'm probably fine with the hoverboard. And then the drill containment unit. So yeah, 96-ish bars I came up with, so 50 plus ectoplasm will be required, as far as I'm concerned. And I think that the very first thing I'll be able to make is that pickaxe, which, while I like the shroomite and the speed it has, the -1 range actually does kind of hurt sometimes. Die. So, actually, you know what? No, I'm going to make the magic armor, because I've got cool post-chlorophyte melee armor, and I've got cool Plantera summon armor, and I could make full post-Plantera magic armor, ranged armor. The magic armor apparently is the hard one to get because you have to go get the stuff from the dungeon. So, my next order of business will be a significant farming session in said dungeon to get my hands on enough of the ectoplasm to make myself a full set of the Spectre bars. So I'm going to go spend some time killing stuff in there, and when I come back, I will share the spoils with you. See you soon. Alright folks, I have returned from the dungeon with a number of really fun loots. In the melee sector, we have a new yo-yo, the Kraken, and I don't know how long this one can stay out, but it's definitely got a long use time to it. 100 damage base. It might just stay out permanently. That's kind of awesome. Yeah, that's great. Always fun to find a new yo-yo. I actually have a couple of those, don't I? I should sell one. And I have the Sluggish Keybrand. If you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, you recognize this. I'm not going to be making use of it because I've got the Terra Blade, but it's still really cool and I'm happy to have it. And also the Godly Paladin's Hammer, which is pretty nice. It's, well, it's a boomerang, basically, but look how fast it goes. And it pierces through things. So if things get close, they're taking 2 hits from it instead of 1. And if I go up here to the group, well, you can see that it'll happily go through all 4 of them and hit the wall behind. Which makes me wonder just how awesome this thing could be in the hands of someone who's gone all boomerang spect. Oh, you know what? I've still got my music off, don't I? Whoops. Watching TV while I grind, because is what I do. Put something on the second screen and mostly ignore it. Paladin's Hammer back. Oh yeah, and during a solar eclipse, we got the bulky Death Sickle. This thing's cool just because it's gargantuan and it throws out those sickles in front of you that just spin around and keep doing continuous damage. So it seems like if you get an early solar eclipse, this thing could be really nice. Looks like it can get about 4 hits off or pierce 4 enemies and then it disappears. But the base damage on it is kind of low and it doesn't swing very fast, so it's not competitive with something like the legendary Terra Blade. Well, nothing's competitive with the Terra Blade, is it? I'm sure that there's got to be a better weapon, but so far I haven't found it. What else did we get? Oh, I actually have multiple grenade launchers. We can sell one. In ranged, we got that tactical shotgun and the deadly the piranha gun that you saw. In summoning, nothing new yet, but we'll go back and probably check things out again just to make certain I didn't miss anything in there. In magic, we got a couple of really cool things. For one, I found the Wasp gun from killing Plantera, and this is an upgrade to the Bee gun. It's pretty nice. I'm gonna definitely be putting together a magic set and taking it into the Jungle Temple. That's gonna be in our next episode. For 2, we got this, well, you saw me playing with this and cackling madly. This is the ultimate crowd pleaser. It only hits once, but who cares? If you can get it into an area like this, it'll hit everybody. And honestly, it's pretty cheap and fires pretty fast. That was pretty nice for a melee spec to be able to do. And then I've got the magnet sphere, which I can't really show you. All you see is this, and when you fire again, it disappears. But this ball will fire lasers at any enemy it comes near. And I don't know how well it'll work in an AoE situation, but it seems pretty awesome. Finally, we have the Inferno Fork, which is unique. Well, not unique, but it's rare among magic weapons in that it does not auto-fire. But that explosion sticks around and keeps doing damage. Very expensive and not the highest base damage or the fastest attack, but I think that it's going to be pretty cool. Ball of fire that explodes into a raging inferno. Yeah. So I'm going to spend some time between episodes and I'm going to reforge these into whatever their best modifier is, probably mythical for most of them. And next time, we're going to get together in the Jungle Temple because I went and I did some farming through the jungle. You can see a little bit more of it's become explored. But because these Shroomite digging claws with a mining potion, you just melt through the jungle. You move so fast, and I gathered 74 chlorophyte bars in like 15 minutes. 10 minutes, according to the this episode I'm watching, started 10 minutes ago, and that's when I started going after it. So my chlorophyte farms are still doing their thing and working along just as fast, but I wanted to get the Spectre Gear made now. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get ourselves the bunch more Spectre bars. I'm going to go ahead and just turn them all into it, because why not? Because I know that I'm going to want both of the Spectre hats, and I want the robe, and I want the pants, and I want the pick. And I definitely want the ham axe, because it's well past time that I replace that molten ham axe. And I'm gonna make the paint tools, because they're a cool upgrade, and I like having all of the cool stuff. And that leaves me with 6 Spectre bars. I'm almost out. I'm gonna have to gather more. But I have enough ectoplasm on hand to make another 54. Now, this ectoplasm sells for 50 silver apiece. I think I might experiment with making this into a money farm, because if I can get this thing up to... Well, I mean, 2 of them is a platinum. I mean, 2 of them is 1 gold. 200 of them is a platinum. If I can get this thing generating somewhere around, oh, what would I need it to hit? Probably like a couple of hundred per 10 minutes, so 20 minutes. Then that's a couple of that's like 12, 13, 15 plat an hour. If I can make that an AFK farm, that'll be amazing. And I think I can do even better than that with some of the stuff that we'll be finding from the temple. We're definitely going to play around with that when the time comes. For now, we're going to put the painting tools away, and we're going to check out what these set bonuses do for us. Because I'm not actually going to do any painting at the moment, but I'll definitely make use of them in the long run. Goodbye, generic bought from the guy painter tools. Now, let's see. We've got the pants and the hood. I mean, Spectre pant. Oh, you know what? Let's get the twilight dye off. Let's get the moons. Huh, can I hide this? I can! Nice, I don't have to look like a werewolf. That's actually pretty cool. And let's pull the turtle gear off and hide the shields and all of the accessories, and we're gonna get a good look at this Spectre gear. It looks pretty nice. Then, let's see. So far, we have 7% increased magic damage and critical chance, 15% increased magic damage total, and then this is 40% reduced magic damage. Set bonus, magic damage done to enemies heals the player with the lowest health. That's amazing. And look at me, I'm like see-through, I can barely be seen. I am a ghost. That is awesome. I am super happy with that. And then let's see, the mask, I still have that same cool see-through effect. I have 12 higher armor, a lot more damage, maximum mana increase, mana usage reduction, and magic damage done will hurt extra nearby enemies. So I've got my healer spec or my offensive spec. That's cool. Wonder if that'll work, like, right now, if I can... say, fire off the Shadow Beam and see what it does. Nah, it doesn't seem to be working. I don't know if it's a percent chance or how it works. And how about if I put you on? You know, it might just only work with real enemies. We'll certainly get a chance to try out both of them extensively in the Lizard Temple. So, that's going to be all the time we have for today. Thank you for journeying through the hard mode dungeon with me. Oh, actually, wait a second. There's one other cool thing I got. Have to share with you. The combat accessories. The Paladin Shield also dropped from the Paladins. And this is your tanking trinket. It allows you to take damage in place of your teammates. So it looks like as you get to the top ends, you really get to hyper-specialize. Your melee player can become the super tank that takes damage for the team. The mage can become a white mage, literally, and heal the team. Oh, I've got to see what this looks like with the Twilight. Oh, pretty. Very, very pretty. I am a happy person. That is awesome. That is so awesome. Yep, we're going to hide the shield. And we're going to put you on here so that we can have stars throughout because we Rand. Ah, that's fantastic. Okay, where was I? Right, reforging. Need to get my greedy ring on. This will also give me a good visual indicator of, hey, your greedy ring is on. Stab it. All right, so as I was saying, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. If so, leave me a thumbs up and tell me what you liked about it. If not, leave me a thumbs down and tell me what I can do better. If you don't tell me what I can do better, then I cannot improve. Either way, if you'd like to see more from me, click that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.